Hi, Casey.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful.
How's your week been?
Good.
How's
Thank you.
Angie?
Yes. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I've been thinking about you this week.
Yes.
So I have something I want you to think about. So imagine that after you leave here today, you do all you need to do. You go home. You go to bed. You wake up, and all your problems are gone. What would that look like for you?
Well, I would wake up and we would make breakfast and enjoy the scenery outside, just sit outside, drink our coffee, read some books, not worry about going to work right away. We'd have family stop in, hang out, have barbecue. There wouldn't be alcohol there. We would just be having friendly family fun.
So no alcohol would be there?
Correct.
Your family would be there? The one that lives a couple hours away,
Yes.
if I remember correctly?
Both of our families would be
Both
there.
of your families?
Yeah.
I didn't remember. Does hers live some distance away too?
They live close, but they're
Closer.
just not very healthy functioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some problems
A
today.
little bit.
So, but you wouldn't work.
I wouldn't worry about work. We would
Wouldn't
work,
work.
but it wouldn't be a high stress. Just gotta get there, gotta work 5-6 days a week just to make bills. You know, we would do something we enjoy. Wouldn't be stressful like it is now.
So, if I remember correctly, you work in an animal shelter? Is that right? Okay. So, if I hear you correctly, so alcohol would be gone, family would be in the picture, and work stress would be alleviated.
Yes.
So, can you tell me a time when alcohol wasn't in your life? And what that looked like? What was going on then?
Oh, it's hard to even remember that far back. I would say probably whenever I first became a teenager, 14, 15, in high school, didn't drink, had the family, they were intact, they were good, positive support. I played sports.
And you're how old now, Casey?
20.
24?
24.
I remember that.
I don't remember now. Just after all these years it's went by.
You're too
Hard to
young to
remember.
not remember. And I can forget my age, but you cannot. So was, if I remember correctly, reading back, Angie came in your life when you were younger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
21?
Yeah.
So, were you doing any sports? So, what was, when you weren't
No,
drinking?
just college and drinking, you know, the fun party stage.
Okay. Well, you know, sometimes we can get all wrapped up in the past and peeling away at that onion, and sometimes it's better just to, what's going on today? What can we do in the future to make that better?
Absolutely.
So that's what we're going to work on. And so it sounds like, so you prioritize, so from 10 being not so present in your life, 1 being really present in your life, where does alcohol rank in there?
2.
2, it's
Yeah,
really an issue.
It's really there all
And
the
as
time.
far as your family, really present in your life, the problem, so how you feel about them not being
Okay,
in your
the
life.
problem. Yeah, I would say that was probably number 1. It's the biggest thing for me. I mean, I feel like if I have my family there and a positive support system and, you know, a mother and a sister and father and brothers that could all, you know,
Mm-hmm.
be there for me, I feel like I wouldn't need the alcohol to try to fill that void.
Mm-hmm. You think that? So I think you came in talking about some depression and stuff. That's probably some of the root of that is.
Yeah.
And then I think, if I remember correctly, you were drinking yourself pretty silly in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's definitely my biggest problem that I need to address. All the
Yeah.
other things are kind of root causes that I can't necessarily just change overnight, but I feel like drinking is the one thing that I can actually prioritize and say that's number 1 to me.
Yeah. And so Angie's a big part of that with you, right?
Oh, yes.
And then your job people.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to think.
The older couples that we've been hanging out with,
Yeah.
they're really just like to
And
drink
how
a lot.
often were you? So I'm trying to think of how we can establish some kind of little goal for you in order, and it sounds like you want to maybe work on the drinking first.
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yes.
So how we can kind of focus some attention on that. And so I think obviously you could communicate with your family a little better and do some of that maybe if you weren't intoxicated.
Yeah.
So we need to probably see how we can lessen that a little bit for you. Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Angie, your work, those are all kind of big parts of that, huh?
Yeah. It's kind of factors that go
How
into
often
it.
do you think you were going out in a week? Maybe
Well, definitely all weekend long. I mean,
every
Friday,
day, every
Saturday.
night? Oh, you're
Sunday,
just getting it.
Sunday morning, if there was some kind of Super Bowl party or something like that, fun on
So
Sunday.
it doesn't. You're not necessarily going out to a bar. It's just wherever you go.
Just wherever, yeah. And then a few times during the week, let's go bowling. Well, we're gonna definitely, drink some Jack Daniels first, and
So kind of something you just get together with Angie, and here we're gonna go.
it
And
just really centers around alcohol.
okay, so you want to set a goal and try to look at maybe. So I think I see you in another 2 weeks, and what we can do in the next 2 weeks to kind of slow that down, or maybe not. I don't know. How do you feel about not having anything to drink for 2 weeks?
I think it would be a really big challenge.
Yeah.
And definitely interesting
Yeah.
life change.
Yeah.
But
Do you
that's
think
ultimately why I'm here.
something you could even fathom doing? So we can
Yeah.
maybe replace it. I don't know. We'll think of something as we talk about setting
Yeah.
some goal and what that'll look like. See if it's possible. So
I think
let's
it's
talk about. So
necessary.
we're gonna not drink for 2 weeks. So your goal is you want to stop drinking
Yes.
eventually. We won't look that far ahead, but eventually we maybe would like to not drink, have that in our lives at all. Okay, so for the next 2 weeks, I'm not going to drink. So I'm trying to determine, and you help me with this, so if we should set up what we do for those 2 weeks' time, would that be easier than, like Monday night, maybe you'll just come home and cook dinner. So you say you did it every night of the week. So should we look at every night of the week? How are we going to achieve that? Or should we just focus on when you're going out? Or how do you think that? What do you think that looks like for you?
I just really think that if I have a goal to not drink, that it doesn't matter if I go out or it doesn't matter if it's Monday night, or I just have to have that mindset that I can't drink anymore.
So what, when you do go out, is there a factor to why is it someone asking you for, if the bartender or a waiter says, what can I get you to drink? Are you always going to say,
Yeah.
is that Bobby? Yeah.
Natural.
It's just natural to say,
natural
well,
to
bring me
that.
back Jack Daniels.
I know
Okay.
it's there. So it's
Okay.
legal, it's offered, available, so
Okay.
why not?
Okay. So, for the next 2 weeks, I'm wondering if it's even realistic to say we wouldn't go to some place where there is alcohol,
Right.
or more of we're just going to work on it. You're saying no.
Yeah, I would think so. Because I can't just restrain myself
Alcohol's
from being
everywhere.
anywhere. Yeah, exactly.
So you're going to have to face that. So for the next 2 weeks, when you're asked to have a drink, or if you want a drink, you're gonna turn it down. And so maybe you'll keep a journal. When that occurs, if someone asks you how you feel when you say no, because that's kind of empowering. Make you feel good.
Yeah.
Are you worried that this is going to be a problem for Angie if you don't drink? Will she just go with you, or?
Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about that. More so, what I think is going to be the issue is how I feel if she doesn't stop drinking. Because I can't make her. I mean, it has to be something that we both want to do individually. So if I'm not drinking and she's still wanting to, I'm just kind of afraid that that'll end our relationship, because I'm not wanting to go out and hang out with people who are drinking until 2 o'clock in the morning, and
So I'm wondering whether should we work on talking to Angie first, or alleviating the alcohol first?
Well, this is something I have to do. I'm ultimately in a relationship and it affects her, but this is something for me.
You feel confident you can have that conversation.
I mean, it might need to be approached later, and after we do this for a few weeks and kind of see where I'm at with it, then possibly, she might need to come in and we need to talk about it. But I feel like I need to get strong on saying no first and getting comfortable with myself saying that I don't want to drink anymore.
Well, that's good. It's a positive way to look at things. Sometimes they say program's selfish, so it isn't so much. This is your life, and you have to kind of determine.
Ultimately, I had a life before her, and I was drinking then, and I kind of feel like it's not just because of her why I'm drinking, but obviously there was something there before her that made me want to drink.
So I'm wondering, do you have a support system at all? And I'm more than willing to, I don't know, you want to do a buddy system, and I'll call you every day at 4 o'clock and say, how's it when you get off work at 5, and help hold you accountable and kind of encourage you with what we're doing.
Yeah.
That would
That's
work.
actually good. Thank you.
So, what, you get off at 5?
Yeah.
So every day for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to call you at 5 o'clock and remind you, because work can be stressful. I'll be running out of there thinking, whatever you were dealing with, and not even. So sometimes we get in a habit form, not even recall, and then your drink's in your hand before. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, and for me, it's not necessarily my work is super stressful. I love working with animals. I mean, it is sad because of everything I have to endure with their condition and me not being able to change it. Ultimately, it's just the low pay that I get, the lack of benefits, and just planning for kids in the future, and buying a house, and just all the financial stress really that comes with it. That's what I want to be free from. I just want to do something I love, which I do love working with animals, but I don't want the stress that the money's not bringing in.
Well, that sounds like maybe another goal we can set after we look at getting your drinking a little more leveled out or quit entirely. That would be our ultimate goal, huh? And then how we can start working your family back into your life, work on that together. What, maybe make a phone call? We'll talk about that. And then maybe a job change. Maybe, if that's, does that sound like how they might lay out for you as far as priorities, as far as what's most important and what's,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be necessary for me to eliminate all these problems I see with my life.
Yeah. So I really want you to utilize me in the meantime until we can get you a support system more established as far as talking and, I want you to be able to have someone you talk to about this drinking.
Yeah. And I think it'll be easier once I stop drinking to create those relationships that are supportive. But whenever I drink, from the time I get home, I'm not trying to talk to somebody that doesn't drink or that doesn't understand that, and I'm sure not around people that don't do that. So I think it'll be a little easier.
Working on some of the stuff going on with Angie might be somewhere in our work. It doesn't sound like you're very happy with that, are you?
No. We're in a really bad routine in life, and it's definitely not what I envisioned for my life, and that's probably what I'm struggling with. Is I'm 24 and I have a bachelor's degree, working, and I'm not starting a family, I'm not sober, and just those are some of the things that's really important to me. So.
Well, it sounds like you're already kind of wondering about your future. What's going on? Maybe you were at one point thinking family and feel like you got off track.
Yeah.
So okay, so we're going to set that goal. So for the next 2 weeks, you're not going to have a drink. I'm going to call you every day at 5 o'clock. We're going to kind of have an encouragement pep talk. And does that sounds like something you can achieve. And then you'll keep a journal of how that looks for you, what that involves, and what that might stir up. I don't know. You can journal about it, and then when we get back, you can kind of tell me daily how that went for you. And then, so does this sound like something that's achievable?
It does.
Doesn't sound like.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to get, if it sounds like you can't do it, I don't want you to get discouraged. I want to encourage you. So this is about helping you get empowered and feel confident and encouraged about what you're doing.
Yeah, I definitely think I can achieve it. It's just a matter of if I put it in there. If I have the mindset to do it. If I get 2 days into it and think, oh, this isn't for me, and I fail, then I'm definitely not going to come back and see you in 2 weeks. So that's the hard part, is just knowing that there may be failures and what to do with them.
So before we leave, let's practice.
Okay.
Let's practice saying no. So I'm going to be, so how about we'll be at a restaurant.
Okay.
I'm going to be your waiter. I'm going to come up to you. Okay?
Okay.
So, good afternoon. My name's Sally. Is there a drink I can get you tonight?
Yeah, what do you have on special?
Well, we have some Jack Daniels, some beer, some other things. Are you talking about a drink from the bar?
Oh, yeah. But do you have anything kind of fruity, maybe without alcohol?
Oh, we have a pineapple upside down Shirley Temple.
Does it have any alcohol in it?
Interesting. No, it's 7-Up and strawberries and some cherries and it's a
Man.
lot of fruit juice. So.
That sounds a lot better than Jack Daniels.
Okay, and it's healthy. You'll enjoy it.
I think I'll try that.
All right. Well, I'll have that right out to you. And would your friend like anything? Angie?
So
I'll get that right out to you. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. That wasn't so hard.
No, it wasn't. Just
Don't ask me how the bartender knew your friend's name. But that happens
she had
in
her
real
name tag
time.
on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so there you go.
She was very observant.
All right. So in 2 weeks, we're going to come back here and we're going to talk about how this went for you. All right. I'm excited.
Great. Me too. Thank
See you soon.
you.